This video is based on news of the Capital Insurrection and how it applies to history. And I would like for you to please watch, share, and subscribe to this video and future videos to come. Uh, Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Headline Chew. I am Dwight Mann. This video is going to tell you about policing as it applies to race, history, and how it impacts society. You will learn the double standard of policing today and how it relates as it did 60 years ago. 1/6/21, less than a week into the new year, a scheduled protest by Trump supporters was set to take place during the certification of electoral votes. Trump supporters took to the streets of D.C. protesting against what they believed was a fraudulent election. However, those protesters were directed to the Capitol building and immediately became rioters, storming the Capitol building with very little resistance from Capitol Police. This insurrection happened as Congress was in session. Some Republicans were already set to object to the certification of these votes when it was stopped abruptly and they were escorted to a safer area in the building. The Capitol was not the original site of protest, but quickly became the site of detest. With these plans of protest already circulating on Twitter and other social media outlets, why was DC so unprepared? In related news, was this a security failure? Was it an inside job? Or was this just a microcosm of the double standard in which Black people have been policed in the United States? Black Lives Matter held a demonstration in D.C. and were met with tanks and armed guards lining the steps of the Capitol building. Some of these State House rioters immediately were identified through their own live social media posts, selfies, and caught on television broadcasts, and were placed on a no-fly list and begun to get arrested on various charges related to the actions taken in the Capitol building. Most were charged with misdemeanors and allowed to leave the Capitol grounds after the crime. Federal property was destroyed, statues defaced, offices vandalized, assaults happened that resulted in 5 deaths. Will anyone be held responsible for the murders committed during this insurrection? And after seeing a cop get beat to death with an American flag, do blue lives still matter? My thoughts are that we need to take a deeper look into history and with an open eye of what most Black people have complained about throughout all of life. The unlawful and unjust treatment of Black people that drive them to anger, an anger that cannot be taken out on anyone or anything without doing harm to oneself. This anger towards an entity or entities of law enforcement and the judicial system. Since these officers and officials suffer very few consequences, and the unpunished deeds are usually allowed to happen several times before action is actually taken, if ever. This angry energy is preyed upon by the and often unprovoked, however, always met with force, always, and often deadly force. On the other hand, a mob of violent whites can storm the Capitol building, and not be seen as half the threat of one Black man. Why? Why were these officers told to stand down and not engage these trespassers? You be the judge. I'm Dwight Mann for Headline Chew, signing off. Tell me what you think in the comments below and hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.